Whatever works for you. In this section, some of the DVD participants talk about living with MS, the value of exercise, and how they build it into their lives.
So, we have spent 2 days together. How has it been for you guys? Good? What about you?
Excellent, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been really good to actually see what you do and actually make us do things in a different way. For me, being able to use things which you don't usually use, wouldn't think of using for exercises is quite important. So it's been brilliant, actually.
Good. Well, I'm glad you said that. And Pip, what about you? What's been the best bit?
Meeting you. Some of the exercises look simple, but when you do them, you realise they're not so simple. But afterwards, you feel that you've worked your muscles, but you have to be careful not to overstrain. But exercise in general always makes me feel better afterwards. Even if I start tired, I end up feeling better.
Good. And the one problem that everyone has is fatigue. And in fact, when I was talking to Mike earlier, Mike said, give a very good description of fatigue. And what was it, Mike?
You feel like when you pull a plug out of a socket, you just drain. Everything collapses, and you just drag yourself down. You just feel completely washed out.
And what do you normally do when that happens?
I try and sit back and just relax and wander off in my mind. Right. Sit there until the wife comes home with a cup of tea.
And Caroline, how does the fatigue affect you?
Fatigue affects me. It either hits you like a brick wall, or it's something you can actually struggle through. And if you struggle through it and you come out the other side, you actually feel okay. But I hold my hand up to being one of the laziest people ever. And this video has really brought it home to me how important exercise is. There are little things that we've done that I forgot that I ever used to do because I can't do them anymore. So that really brought it home how important it is. Just keep plugging away at it.
And Tim, what's the most uplifting thing about the exercise? Because I know it's worked for you. I've seen you doing lots of things.
Yeah, it's definitely boosts morale, boosts confidence doing it, and you get a definite feel-good factor for doing it. I found when I go to a gym as well, if I feel better for doing it,
sure,
as well as doing exercises at home.
So you do go to a gym?
Yes. Yes, usually try and go twice a week.
Pip, I want to talk to you about something. Now, did you...
Well, not tonight. I'm busy.
She's so naughty, I tell you. Did you used to dance? Because you sing.
I don't dance. I'm terrible.
Yeah.
That was me.
But I do swim.
Right.
I've been swimming for a year and a half.
Right.
I did 16 lengths in 30 minutes when I started. I now do 40 lengths in 26 minutes.
Fabulous.
Wow, that's really good.
So, yeah.
But you used to dance, yeah?
Yeah, I found out I got this at dance and drama school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I used to dance. More drama than dance, though.
And tell me, when did you find out that you had... You said this.
The MS,
Yeah,
I found out I got MS when I was in my first year at college.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you feel when...
Pretty devastated.
Yeah.
But then I was told it was only a minor case, and I mean I was okay for about 10 years, so it's only the last 4 or 5 years that it's hit me. So.
Right. But has it stopped you doing lots of things that you used to do?
Not really. I mean, like I say, in the first 10 years, obviously it didn't affect me at all because I could still do everything completely. Last few years, yeah, it stopped me doing some things. I mean, it's not easy to do acting on stage, for example, because I can't walk nicely across stage. But I do still act and things. I'm still doing bits and pieces now, so yeah.
Good. So quality of life is different.
It's different, but it's still there. It's just you do different things, and yeah, obviously I've got a son now, like Pip has as well. So life changes anyway. So it's just a different way of doing things.
So the message to people at home is never give up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just get on and do what you want to do with your life because it's too short. So just get on and do what you want to do
right.
as much as you can. Or what you can do, just keep going with what you can do, rather than thinking what you've lost. Just keep on going with what you have got, because otherwise you just get really fed up, basically.
So you've got to modify, though, isn't that right, Tim?
Yeah,
You've got to modify.
Absolutely. There's so many doors. Some doors have closed, but so many different things I have doing and I've never done before, and different things I do now, and doing things differently or completely different things I've never thought of doing when I was working.
Have you got a
Take
family?
advice. No, I haven't. Well, I've got a wife.
You've got a wife?
Yes. That's enough.
That's a family.
That's enough, yes.
Yeah, but it's... So did it hit you in the same way? Did you find out when you found out you had MS?
I found out, when I first found out, yes, it's very devastating, very difficult to get used to, but gradually I learned that there was things to do and now my life is so full of things to do, doing things differently, things I'd never thought of doing before.
And the motivational thing is that your glass is now half full.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes?
Yeah, you've got to realise that you get one life, it's not a dress rehearsal, you've got to get on with your life and make the best of it.
Yeah. But I'm interested, Caroline, there's one thing I'm interested in. Did it take a long while for them to find out that you had MS?
For me, no, because it was diagnosed pretty quickly, but it took 10 years for me to put things together, which is why I went to see a doctor in the first place, because over 10 years things kept going wrong. I thought I was getting old, I thought I was unfit, but then seriously things got wrong, became wrong, so I made the decision to go and see a doctor and have myself diagnosed.
And once you knew?
Once I knew, I was relieved.
Yes.
It wasn't my age, it wasn't the fact that I was hopelessly unfit. There was something wrong, and they were going to help me do what they could for me. So now you just concentrate on what you can do rather than what you can't do. And life becomes a lot easier when you concentrate on the good things.
Good. I want to focus now on which bits you're going to work on from now on when you leave here, Mike. I want to know now.
My stomach, definitely my stomach, it's overhanging and I've really got to pull it in.
Pippi?
That one, which I because my left hand is the worst thing of all. I can't write properly, and playing guitar is difficult now. And that one.
Okay, all right. Caroline?
It's going to be my feet, the marching. The marching really hit me because I couldn't do it. And that's something you take for granted, marching, and I couldn't do it. So, and I think that's what makes me walk very flat and very hard. So I'm going to practice this every day, and so I can be more flexible and flowing in my walk.
Timmy?
Core stability and balance. Very important to practice balance, I think, for me.
Good. Okay, hit me.
Yeah, I'm like Caroline. I want to concentrate on my feet and things to actually get my legs working properly. So yeah, that's what I'm going to work on first.
There's one thing I want to ask you to do, and that is you've got to tell the people at home the one thing that they must do if they do nothing else when it comes to exercise, starting with you, Kath.
Be prepared to use anything in your house to actually use for exercise, you know, big tin of beans or a rolling pin, anything, just to get your muscles working. You don't have to go to a gym to do it, just use anything around you just to get everything working again.
Just start off with one small part of a DVD, doing one exercise at a time and build up from there.
Perfect. Caroline?
Don't go into it with a heavy heart. Just think it's going to be fun. I'm going to really enjoy it, and you will.
Mike?
Sit in a normal chair and think about what you're going to do, and then presume your posture, and then take it from there.
Pip?
I would, and I already try and do this, build exercise into your routine, so you're not taking time out of your day, you're doing something while you're doing something else. While I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I'll be doing that.